Hey y'all, come on in. Let's see if we can get you in here real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Hey, it's Tracey with Mama's Comfort Cooking. And today, honey, we're going to go over to Mama's Comfort Cooking once we finish talking, all right? We're going to do us a quick 30 minutes. Then we're going to get over there. We're going to bake a cake. And then I will also be doing some Chick-fil-A chicken tenders, my copycat. And I'm going to make me some coleslaw. And we're going to have some French fries. And then I'm going to fry me a couple of pieces of fish. Because when I fry me some fish, then Eddie wants fish. So fish it is and chicken it is. And right now the chicken is soaking in pickle juice. Because that's what Chick-fil-A does. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to give y'all time to get in here. Because I got to see how many people I can get on my other page. I'm trying to put a little something on my stomach. Because I done took medicine. Y'all doing all right today? Hey, Sergeant. Tina Winters, how y'all doing? Carmelyn, Joy Jameson, Greg. Greg, did I ever send you your stuff? I forget. Greg Bullitt, did I send you your stuff? Hey, Levon, Miss Mary White, Miss Alberta, Tina Jacobs, Miss Maria. Hey, good morning, y'all. Maria Copeland, Lavita Johnson. Good morning. Good morning to you. How do you do? Did you sleep good last night? Was your body snuggled tight? Did you rest like you should? Does your body feel good? Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. How do you do? Did you sleep good last night? Or was your body snuggled tight? Did you rest like you should? Does your body feel good? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Oh, good morning to you. How do you do? Did you sleep good last night? Was your body snuggled tight? Did you rest like you should? Does your body feel good? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Listen, y'all, today I plan on, this is a protein shake. 16 grams of protein. It's not too sweet. This is L.Y.F.E, Core Power. I can't drink those other ones. They too sweet for my stomach. So I'm planning on going over here in just a minute. We're going to make a buttermilk pound cake. So I plan on being over on Mama's Comfort Cooking. But first we're going to do our little talk that we do. We're going to talk about what's going on. We're going to talk about, y'all know I'm going through the change. So we're going to talk about what is going on We're going to talk about your taxpayer money. The second thing, the next thing, the third thing that's going on around the world. We also going to talk about that movie, Sarah's Oil. That is a good movie. Now, I knew about her, Sarah Rector. We talked about Sarah Rector in Black History. But I didn't know they had made a movie about her. And I forget who told me about it. It was so many people putting it in the chat. But it is a good movie. And it goes on to tell you she did a lot of great things. I'm not sure who received the money, her legacy. But I know when she died, she still died with money. That was a lot of money for an 11-year-old to have. And remember, she was still making money. They had to still pay her as long as they were drilling on that land that she inherited. I still don't understand why it went directly to her. Because her mom and daddy was still alive. But there's a twist to that. I can't remember what that twist is. But some kind of way, because she was a part of that Indian tribe, she ended up inheriting that 100 and something acres of land. And I got to go back and find the real... They cut a lot of her life out. So, she was a direct descendant because it was her grandmother's. But I can't remember why it didn't go to her parents. It's a twist to it. I just can't remember. So we're going to be cooking today. We're going back over to see if we can get an audience at Mama's Comfort Cooking. I may not get no more than I got over here because I'm shadow banned right now. That means if some people looking for the red light to come on, it's not going to show. All right? Anytime you see my numbers this low and I've been on 5 minutes and I'm still sitting at 56, I'm shadow banned. If you can take the time to share me out, just press down. They're not going to help me open me up. You all have to open me up. How do you open me up? Sharing. Hit your share button, your arrow, and share me out. Because right now, I'm not showing that I am live. Okay? Now, let's get into it. We know that Kristi Noem got fired. And once she got fired, they gave her a new position. We now know that she lives on a military base. And we know that Peg Bundy's sister, Pam Bundy, lives on a military base. They replaced the Noem with an MMA fighter. Now that they've got an MMA fighter, wouldn't it make sense that you got to figure out how you can get more money? Now, we already know Kristi was taking pictures and Kristi was on horses and making videos. That was Kristi's thing, right? Well, guess what happened? And I need y'all to say what, so I know y'all with me. Now we got an MMA fighter, you know. That's them people that be in them cages, the UFC and MMA fighters. They fight, you know. They do karate and jitsu and all of that. I need to tell you where some of your taxpayer money coming. If you with me, say what? Thank you, Bondale. Well, now that he took the Noem's place and she's living on a military base, Cash Patel confirmed that the FBI agents will be training with UFC fighters. Taxpayers gonna pay for them to have UFC. We got to be the dumbest people in America to let these people make us pay taxes, don't get nothing back from our taxes, and then they find another way to get money from us I'm going to say this one more time. When Christie was in the office, she was taking pictures and riding horses for over $200 million. 1 week of being replaced by an MMA fighter. Now our FBI is going to be trained by UFC fighters. Who paying for it? Taxpayers. Yeah. Now, why do our FBI agents need it? Well, you got to find some way to find the money and put the money somewhere else to get more money from us. We supposed to be broke, but we keep making more money. How can you be broke and you spending billions of dollars? You spent $200 million on snow crabs. Y'all do know they spent that kind of money, right? Okay. So now here we are again. Another way to hide money, shift money, move money, take money. They are now going to have the FBI. Cash Patel said it. They finna have them train the FBI at our expense. Now, breaking news this morning in Virginia, the old Dominion University, there was a shooting there. The gunman is dead and 2 were injured. I don't know no more detail. All I know is that old Dominion University, there was a gunman on the university. 2 people were injured. I don't know if it's life-threatening. I know his life is gone. Right? I want to show you who replaced the gnome. Right? Because I'm already shadow banned. So I might as well go all the way. Show you. Okay? I'm going to show you who replaced them. When I tell you, this has got to be, this is just proof that America didn't have it together. When I tell you, before I start baking on mama, when I tell you this is evidence that we did not have it together. This is evident that people are sick. Do you know in New Mexico that they're getting ready? They went over, y'all know the names. We don't use the real names. So they went over to the island of Dr. Monroe. And the people were soaking in the Epstein files. The Epsom salt files. The island of Dr. Monroe. We now, New Mexico is over at his ranch. He's going to be with somebody. But they at his ranch because the survivors said they buried bodies there. But here's the thing. If y'all keep covering up the remains that you might find now, or y'all gonna tell, that's not funny. Calvin ain't on here, you would be blocked for laughing. But the families of these people who've been looking for their family members that's been missing, what you gonna do with it? Everything that we've gotten so far, nobody's doing nothing with it. Now, the next president come in, I dare y'all, which you trying to stop another, you don't want nothing but Republicans in there, but I dare you to come against them. I wish a black person get it. I wouldn't answer one thing they told me to answer. This is ridiculous. It's embarrassing. Other countries talk about us. It's crazy to be messing with people that ain't messing with you, stealing their stuff, just like you stole America. Let me tell you something. I just want to set the record straight. Black people, quit saying you came over here on a ship. Stop it. Stop it. It was a lie. Do you know that you can barely get a metal ship to cross the Atlantic Ocean, let alone a wooden ship coming from Africa? Please Please stop. Please let Kunta Kinte's story be Kunta Kinte's story. Please stop. Common sense will tell you ain't no wooden ships right now crossing over nothing. Crossing over the Mediterranean Sea, coming into the Atlantic. They wouldn't have made it. I sure will. I will. I'm going to call you. How mama holding up? It just wouldn't have happened. These people in other countries are talking about what our leader did. I don't know, Rodney. Did you get the right P.O. Box 32? 30123? And the thing about it, what is the lady's name? Is it Michelle? What's her name? The one that won't talk, that's in prison. She's not going to talk because she's finna get out. All the criminals is getting pardoned. And they running the White House. You can't talk about no black people. They running that White House gangster. And this got to be the dumbest man that they replaced Christian on with. He got to be dumb. Let me tell you something. Mark Wayne Mullen, he's slow. I hate to say it. He got to be the biggest bully trying to fight people in Congress and everything. Let's take a look. He said he was a Cherokee Indian. Let me just turn y'all around so we can watch a little quick video. We need to watch this video. Let me get you situated so you can enjoy this. Enjoy the video.
In the morning, that at 10 in the morning, that's a drinking problem. Now,
drinking at 10 in the morning.
That there should be a stigma.
There's a lot of politicians that have a drinking problem, Jake.
Yes, of course. He just got in saying that the president was racist because he doesn't like brown people. Yet I sit in front of you as a Cherokee Indian, and I'm very close friends with the president.
We've all made mistakes. I've made mistakes. And Jennifer, thank you for loving him through that mistake. Because the only reason why I'm here and not in prison is because my wife loved me too. It's the first time we've had a real backbone to the Western Hemisphere since 1989 when we got rid of Noriega, or not Noriega, what's the word I'm looking for there? And Panama. And when we ousted Noriega, that's what it is. If you want to talk about being unqualified, Pete Hegseth, the gentleman, or not Pete Hegseth, I'm sorry, Pete Buttigieg. You know, good now. Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on. Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution?
No, sit down.
And a lot of times, if you talk to people, Kiev, or not Kiev, but my mind just let me. Crimea.
Unfortunately, you have President Hegseth, or I say President Hegseth, Secretary Hegseth, that has got a great relationship with President Trump, and President Hegseth's been there. It's up to the Iraqi people, or I'm sorry, the Iranian people. It doesn't mean you can't rebuild. I mean, people have car accidents and obliterate their bones and their legs, and yet they can still put, metal back in them and walk again.
This is war. You can see this is war. We haven't declared war. They declared war on us, but we haven't. Secretary Hegseth. We haven't declared.
Just now you said this is war.
They called it war. What I was saying. Okay, well that was a misspoke. But I was saying that they declared war on us, but war is ugly.
And you want to sit there and say that he's not qualified? Give me a joke.
That's a drink.
I thought that was funny because this man don't know the first thing about politics. A lot of them don't know the first thing about politics. A lot of them don't know what's going on. It's just swapping money and positions. It's just like, I'll do what I want to. It's just like with New York, you know, he's upset with New York because New York called him on the carpet. He's upset with that Fanning lady from Atlanta because Fannie Mae, you know, because she called him out on his stuff. Let me tell y'all something. One thing about it is when Christopher Columbus came over here from Europe, messing with us that had migrated over here, walked our way over the Bering Strait, a frozen block of ice, yes, connected to Alaska, right? And when we made our way, when we traveled by foot, right? And then later on, he came, he called them pilgrims, but he came with some people. He did. He came with some black people. They were the Moors, right? Knowledge. He couldn't get here. He couldn't figure out how to get here. See, the Moors had already traveled, because you can see Europe and Africa. They sit just like this from each other. You over there, you can look and see Africa. So instead of sending them back to Africa, they got on that boat with him, and they traveled to America. It's no such thing as no pilgrims. It's no such thing as I landed on Plymouth Rock didn't land on me. All that is baloney and eggs. All of that is America needed a story. They did not want to have the American story be the freeing of slaves. No, they didn't want it to be that we want the Civil War. They didn't want it to be any of that. So they had to come up with some bull. And they've been coming up with bull. And anybody that support him is fake and full of it. I don't know how in the world half of these people on these pages still want any of his supporters watching them. I don't. I'm not stunting him. If you support him, I ain't stunting you. I'll be the first to tell you, I could care less if you watch my page. I am not going to sit here and tell you that that as much as I work with children that have been abused and, being a mom that adopted a child and folks loving their kids and they're coming up missing. And because these white children were poor, you lured them in and you did what you wanted to do to them. And then there is the reason why Bundy done moved on a military base and living in military housing is because all the files that she kept and that she had redacted, there was witnesses. And one of them was a 13-year-old talking about when she was 13 what your leader did to her. But I'm going to tell y'all something. See, that's the thing. Black people intimidate folks because we got sense. And we caught up. As much as they tried to hold us back, they just couldn't hold us back. And we caught up. I don't worry about nobody calling nobody no apes and nothing, because if you go look up how they say humanity started, everybody was an ape. And then we became, as we grew animalistically, we grew, and then we began to have more and more knowledge. That's just how they have it. I mean, you can Google it yourself and they're going to say it the same way. But my thing is, baby, you can say a lot of things about us, but you ain't going to too much say all of this. We done done stuff too, and we're not beyond reproach, but we just don't. It's just some things that just wasn't, and especially back in the day, it's just some things, sometimes more freedom you get, the more stupid things you do. But I'm going to tell you, it's some things that you ain't going to name black people doing. And to know that you were eating people, you doing rituals, you doing everything against the will of God, and now you want to call yourself a Christian. See, black people, we don't want to relearn nothing. You'll get mad if somebody questions the Bible. You'll get mad if you say they twisted the word of God. Oh no, let me get off Tracey page. She talking crazy now. She really talking crazy now. Now I believe in the Bible. I believe it to be the only written infallible word of God. I believe that there's one God eternally existing in three persons. God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost. I believe in the redemptive work of Christ on the cross provides healing to the human body and answer to believers' prayers. I believe that The sanctifying power of the Holy Spirit. I believe in that. I believe bring healing. I believe in it. No, don't tell. No. Whatever man can touch, man can change. Because they did it with the birth of a nation. They did it. They did it. And they told that black man, yeah, you teach these slaves to obey their servants. And then they ate him, Nat Turner. And then they took his skin, the white people did, and they put him on all kind of sticks in their yards. Sick, twisted. Remember, I told you the European people was the ones the Moors had to keep from sleeping with their animals. And I mean sleeping with them. Not just laying next to them. Sleeping with them. And then they considered us animals. And they slept with us. And now look what's done happened. How can you have this many millions and millions and millions? What in the heck was going on? When did all this stuff get recorded? All these pages of this sick, twisted stuff. I didn't even know who Epsom Salt was. When I found out who he was gone. I don't even remember a trial covering all this sick, twisted stuff. She ain't falsely accused him. Her testimony was redacted. Anybody that says their truth is falsely accusing that person. But that's the same one that said you can grab them in they pee. Y'all remember he said that, or you don't remember that either? Y'all supporters have selected memory. You don't remember when he said just grab them in the Or the lady that had to go to court with him, the little porn star that he paid for the abortion. Y'all don't believe that either, right? But it was proven, right? Okay, but that's a lie too, right? So anybody that come against him or have anything to say, it's a lie. So all these children on these, y'all remember when they used to put them on a milk carton and on a buttermilk carton? They don't put them on the cartons no more. Maybe because ain't as many missing. Because some of your children ended up in foreign countries because they had formerly, none of y'all ain't looked at them Epsom Salt files, right? Yeah, they was selling them. They was selling them across the seas for sex trafficking, But as you notice here lately, a lot of stuff has slowed down. Sometimes it make you wonder, did you go to war with some people because they may have some information or things that they know from people coming over there in their country. I know y'all want him to be Jesus. Jesus of the Latter-day Saints. Because y'all are the Latter-day Saints. Y'all got to be crazy as a Betsy bug. Like, I don't get it. All this mounds and mounds of evidence, but when Obama ran for office, y'all got mad because he smoked a little weed, a little herb. Y'all wanted him to give his birth certificate and say he wasn't born in the United States of America, and he was. Playing games. But the man said, I'm going to get in office. When I get in office, I'm going to stay in office. And when he was in office and when he was out of office, he said he still was the president in Florida, which is a part of the United States. So I just wanted to stop by here to put something on y'all mind. Because at the end of the day, y'all the ones that's sitting around here letting people buy $200 million snow crab legs. Let's see what it says. A mega warrior, a former undefeated professional MMA fighter, Mark Wayne, truly gets along well with people. No, he don't. And know the wisdom and the courage required to advance our American first agenda. So not true. That's why now we finna spend taxpayers' money for FBI agents to be trained by UFC fighters. Now, if you know anything about an FBI agent, there's no reason for the FBI to need that type of training, because the FBI is not even violent. They don't even tend to like get caught up in anything. They come on the scene to investigate. They come on the scene to do certain things, but they don't come on the scene for that reason. You see what I'm saying? So then you turn around and you just realize, like, we can be fed anything because we gonna eat it. Whatever they cooking, we gonna swallow it, right? So y'all know I'm shadow banned. So today I want to go on over here while I got the time. I want to bake a cake on Mama's Comfort Cooking. I want to see if I can even get an audience over there. And if not, then I know I'm going to be cooking today on TikTok. But I just want you all to understand that I told you if they could get rid of middle class, we're going to be like a third world country. Snow crabs, donuts, cable, honey, furniture, you name it. They was just blowing money. Like, do you realize that you could have built government housing? Do you realize that you could have took and blessed somebody's life because you had to spend up this money because you couldn't return it back? You could. That's how it went. You just couldn't roll it over to the next year. So you decided to blow it. Where is all those crab legs? Who ate them? We may never know. Hey, Francidia, where did all them billions of dollars go? I don't know. I mean, like $200 billion. Where did it go? I don't know. But I know this much. It's just embarrassing to be an American. You know how I say I'm proud to be an American? It's embarrassing. You ought to go and listen. Go on YouTube and listen to your international news. It's embarrassing. And they feel sorry for us. Now, they really do. Because they know the leader that we got. They see him as a ignorant, naive racist. And to have this lengthy life. And what I can't understand, like you take, for instance, Bundy man, Peg Bundy's cousin Pam, her man won't marry her. He been dating her forever. Known. Her and her husband got marital problems. They willing to lose everything they got for this orange. Secret agent man. I've been said it was going to be a third world country. I've been said that. I said that in 2023. Because God showed me all this in 2023 sitting on my porch. And I got witnesses because I said I'm going to tell y'all so when it come to pass, my mama said always tell somebody so that you will have a witness. They're messing with the weather. They're trying to make the book of Revelations fulfill itself. It is not going to fulfill itself no sooner than it's supposed to. This is the beginning of sorrow. And as much as he wants to be the one that say he was the greatest of all, he's the worst of all. But this is evidence how people will turn to man and treat them, a man, like he's God versus turning to God. This is evidence that when the mark of the beast comes, we're going to fail so bad. This is evident that we are more lovers of ourselves and of pleasure than we are of God. The Bible says this is why Jesus is going to come like a thief in the night, because you ain't paying no attention. They're going to be building everywhere, and they're building everywhere. You're not paying attention to your surroundings. You still want to go on vacation. You still want to test God. I don't want to hear nothing. And then what get my heart to hurting? This what hurt me so bad, that our babies are going in the military. Our babies will not come back here the same way. Your son and your daughter, when they go into that war zone, they will not come back here the same way. They won't come back here. Yes, that's my page, Mama's Comfort Cooking, LLC. They won't come back here the same way. When you enter a war zone, these people are equipped. This is the Middle East. All they do is stay in war. Right now, you got Israel just dropping all this stuff. You know why Israel is doing all this? Because we funding it. We already sent everything over there. We supply the things that they need for their war. And then we're supplied things for our war. They will not come back the same. And some of them will come back in body bags, because we have not lived like those people in foreign countries. They teach their people it's a sacrifice. And they will strap a bomb to a baby in a minute. People still acting like ain't no threats out there, like everybody like us, still going overseas, still going here, still going on cruises, still going to all inclusive things, still going to Dubai, still going here, still traveling, still eating out, still doing, just dot. They won't come back the same when they see what they do over there. When they see, and they're in the middle of it, and bombs going off loud enough to make them go deaf. Not sure where they can walk, because they could be on the mine, not knowing anything. Not knowing what they're getting into. And these people done told you they're intelligent. They say you got money, you waste your money in America. They say you spend millions of dollars to make your drones. We only spend $49 to $100 to make ours. And we got plenty. We got plenty. I'm telling y'all right now, we wake up, everybody no more sleeping in bed. Excuse me, y'all, I gotta clean my nose out. Well, you know, it's just got me sniffing. But we are, we act like, oh, it can't happen to us, baby. How soon we forget. 9/11. Minding our business that day. People went to work that day. People went to work that day. Got up, took their kids to school that day. I was on my way back from the furniture warehouse. I was on my way back picking up furniture. And what happens? And what happens? Out of nowhere. What happens? That happens. 911. What is your emergency? On 9/11. It was strategic. 9/11, and you had to call 911. They don't think like we think. They don't think we're too smart. And if you don't believe me, go and look up. Chinese people, Asian people think we're quite dumb because they have to do so much of our technology, right? So listen, I'm going to go ahead and drop from this conversation. I'm going to go and see if I can go live on Mama's Comfort Cooking. so that I can make a cake. If they don't open me up, baby, I'm going to TikTok. I'm not going to play over him. I do not care. I ain't going to waste my art. I ain't going to waste my time. I ain't going to waste my energy if they do not open me up. And they are mad. AI done detected that I said something that was factual. So I could be on here all day long. But I want to go bake a cake. And then we'll talk about that. And if you want to place any orders, listen, if you want your seasonings, you can go to the website, www.mamascomfortcooking.com. You can get your seasonings from there. They're already been put in the system. I refunded, can't remember her name, her money back, because when it rains, I don't go outside. So instead of you waiting, good morning, Tay, I'm finna switch over. I'm going to Mama's Comfort Cooking. Mama's Comfort Cooking, LLC. If you would like to come over there and continue, we can talk over there and we will bake a cake. Right now, this page is held down. Held down. They done shadow banned me for talking about the army, for talking about the leader of this land. Well, you can come on to Mama Comfort. Come on to Mama Comfort. I'm gonna bake a pound cake, and you can order your sweets today. Come on, I'm going on my page on him. It's still gonna be on Facebook. Mama's Comfort Cooking LLC on Facebook. I'm gonna share it over here so y'all will know where to find me. I'm finna go right now. Love y'all.